You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo! Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to the show. Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA. It's this Thirsty Thursday. And whose laptop is that? Is that Rico's laptop?
Oh, that's Rico's.
No.
Is that Lance's laptop?
It's not Lance's
Amateur
laptop.
hour.
We got a full house all morning long. Lance and Rico are in studio as we're going to be partying till 9 o'clock with them. And then Spears and Drum will be in. All this and more on today's show as we have another round of F My Life. We're doing it at 7 o'clock. Tickets for Black Label Society at 8 and a whole lot of stuff in between. But first, welcome back my DJ friend, DJ Lance, who has not gone to bed yet and just came back from Los Angeles. Yeah, from a nice little DJ rave gig that he was performing at. What was the gig you were performing at, Lance?
Oh, man, I was playing with Space Yacht on Tuesday at Sound Nightclub. That was a bucket list item for me that I did not think I was going to accomplish at the ripe age of 23. But here I am, and here I am doing Beef Vegan Presents at 6 o'clock in the morning right afterwards.
Yeah, hardcore. I dig it, Lance. So, and that's a trooper right there. And no rest for the wicked, my friend. And you do it while you're young. You're 23. You don't need to sleep for at least 2 days straight.
Honestly,
I'm not a doctor. I'm just letting you know.
I think I could go another 24 hours without sleeping, but tomorrow I got to leave for Las Vegas at 6 a.m. again. So maybe I'll have to get a couple hours of shut-eye in.
All right. Let me ask you this. Have you been wearing masks? Have you been responsible? Or have you just been making out with every DJ groupie that comes across your booth?
Is both an answer?
Yeah, both is an answer.
Both is a great answer. Yeah, I'm going to take both.
Well, it's all about risk and reward. And if the girl's hot, then the reward is worth the risk.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But not all of them were hot. So
right. So how many of them did you make out with?
Maybe 3 or 4.
Oh, to be a himbo again. I remember those days. I was 23 years old and DJing, Rico. And those were good times. I was such a man whore. I'm lucky I escaped unscathed. I mean, no scabies, no herpes, no STDs. I don't know how it happened. It is a damn miracle.
Although, how many babies out there are? How many little beefs are there out there in the world right now?
As far as I know, only one. My daughter Veal. But to be honest with you, there could be another one. There was a scare back in the day of a crazy woman who, said she was pregnant with my kid, and I'm like, I don't know, the math doesn't really work out. You were just on vacation, and I know you were kind of hooking up with people there. I don't think it's mine. And she's like, fine, I'm just gonna raise it myself. Basically, was the conversation. She moved to the Midwest, and I don't know her last name, and she just disappeared from my life. I met her through MySpace. If that dates us, how long ago this was. You're pretty old, dude.
She
Right.
took you out of her top 8.
Yeah, she took me out of her top 8, and she's living a life, and I don't know if she was really pregnant or not or whatever. So in the back of my mind, I'm like, do I have what would be probably right now like an 18, 19-year-old kid out there?
Yikes.
I don't know. And I look at Lance and I'm like, was your mom's name Kayla? No? Okay.
Fortunately not.
Woo! Yeah, thank God.
I don't think that we look similar enough to have to worry about that one. And thank God for me on that. Or else I wouldn't be making out with all these girls in the club.
See, this is how I could tell he had a lack of sleep because he's being a dick. He just called me ugly. I don't deserve that, Lance. All right, let's get the show moving. That's our show open. We got the Morning Moron coming up. I'm sure Lance will be lashing out at me all morning long, so look forward to that and get ready to win those tickets. We'll start things off with The Offspring. I got Queens of the Stone Age on the way and the Pretty Reckless. It's Beef Vegan Presents on Rock 1. All right, we're back here live on the live stream. Good morning. Yes, we are doing 2 live streams this morning, and I have 2 different sets of contributors. We got Lance and Rico, who you just were hearing.
Hello.
And in the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to have Spears and Drums. So I figured since we're loaded up all morning long and just kicking ass, taking names, that we would do 2 separate live streams. So this is the first one, and we've been having fun so far. We're about to get into a game called Doing Lines with Lance and Rico. For tickets.
I love doing lines with Rico.
Yeah, that's good times. And those are for tickets for Black Label Society. And I happen to be a Zach Wild expert. So it's kind of a big deal.
Where are you from again, Beef?
New Jersey.
That's right. That's why you know so much.
Exactly. We all know. Yeah, no, what is the sock issue? Refresh my memory, Trent. Are you, because I mean, I had a wife beater issue. And I mean, I'm talking about the tank tops, not actually beating wives.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Sorry. It
Can't
is a little
expose
scary.
yourself.
Right. I know. A little sketchy. But yeah, remind me what the sock issue was. I'm thinking it's two in the same. I had this run over my friends, Sammy and Cheryl's house, where they had a guest room, and whenever I would stay there, I'd usually end up hooking up with a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Socks on or off?
No, I mean, I would take my socks off because I'm,
You're
I'm
a
a gentleman.
weirdo.
Yeah, what a weird.
No. It's I like to get naked.
It's socks and fedora on.
But look, I would always I was wearing undershirts, white beaters at the time.
Uh-huh.
I don't wear them anymore because I ran out, because I would always use my white beater for the aftercare, the cleanup. And then I would leave it at my friend Sammy and Cheryl's house. So in the morning, if they found a white beater, they know that I got it on. It was kind of like the sock on the door.
Hands on, hands up.
Yeah. But no, Trent's talking about stroking it in a dirty sock, which I still do.
You still do that?
Yeah.
That's old
I
school.
don't do it in the sock. I
Are you a
finish in
napkin
the
guy?
sock. I finish in the sock.
I'm
no.
a Starbucks napkin guy.
No, I
I'm
don't.
an Etsy custom made thing.
The
person
handkerchief?
You have a custom made thing for
for my moments.
Oh,
It
wow.
says
2021, guys.
happy climax.
Positive affirmations on the side.
Hold on, let's do. I'll
You're
get
gonna
more
have a
into
great
that.
morning.
Right?
Yeah, I'll get more into
Thank
that
you.
story here in just a second. Let's do a tease. I got 10 seconds for a live on the air. Rock 102.1 KFMA coming up right after Bring Me the Horizon. We're going to do a game to give away tickets for Black Label Society. You know Black Label Society, my best friend band, Zach Wild, my best friend's band. Yeah, those are the tickets we're giving away. The game that we're going to play is called Doing Lines with Lance and Rico.
Oh, I think that'll wake me up this morning.
Yeah, absolutely will. I'll tell you what that's all about after Bring Me the Horizon. But give me a call right now if you want to be a contestant. I need two to try to win these tickets. 600 KFMA at 600-5263. Call now and good luck. Here's Teardrops on Rock 102.1 KFMA. It's Beef Vegan Presents. All right. Yep.
It's on.
So that was okay. Yes, I finished in a dirty sock, and then when I got trichomoniasis,
Uh-huh.
I thought it was because I got some kind of fungus in my schlong.
Oh.
From the black bathroom floor. Oh, they don't know about that yet.
Yeah, you didn't know they do actually. Or,
Oh, wait, have we played that segment? Yeah, oh, well, I mean, like, of
oh
course
no,
we
that
know.
wasn't
Okay.
show open. No,
That
I
wasn't
haven't
show
played that.
open.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler
Seriously.
alert. There's going to be some dirty things happening on the bathroom floor.
Right. Let's see. Rock on 2.1. Who's this?
This is Pat.
Pat. Have you won tickets for me recently?
No.
Okay. You wanted to do this game?
Yeah.
Okay. You need to pick a teammate, either Lance or Rico. Who are you going to go with?
Go with Lance.
Lance.
Oh, let's
Wow.
go. First pick. I'm the draft
I see
king.
how it is.
Yeah, and Lance. Okay. I'll explain the game here a little bit. Stay on hold for me.
All right.
Rock 102.1. Who's this?
This is Billy.
Billy. Let's see how
Yeah.
good your reception is. See if you can play this game here.
All right.
Are you driving, walking? What's the wind noise?
It's the air conditioner in my truck.
All right.
Pull over.
Okay, cool. Pull over because I'm going to put you on. You're going to be teamed up with Rico.
Yeah, Billy.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Let's do it.
yeah, so we got about a minute and a half. So I'm going to put you on hold, and then it's you and Rico versus Pat and Lance for these tickets. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You pull over that shit.
All right. Good luck to you. All right. Yeah. So when we get on, of course, I'll let you guys talk smack a little bit back and forth. I'll introduce your teammates, and then we'll go into the game. We have about, what is it? It's 30 seconds.
Don't worry, Rico. I'm a loving slapper.
Are you?
Oh, yeah, baby.
Be gentle.
Okay, good. Let's see. Maybe I'll give this one here. Yeah, I'll do that one. That's 58 seconds, but I think that's too long of time. I think I gotta go 30 seconds.
Okay.
All right, that's just me thinking out loud, guys, which not great streaming entertainment, but I do have great streaming entertainment lined up for you. This game is going to be fun. We did so much so far this morning. I have a bunch of clips loaded up, ready to go. So we're going to be firing those off here in a little bit. We had a fantastic morning moron that I'll share with you after this segment. And Lance hooked up with a girl on the bathroom floor. That story is pretty good.
You gave it away.
No, I mean, that's called a tease, Lance.
Oh, I guess that
there's
is
a
a
lot of
tease.
other stuff that we talked about in that conversation.
I thought
that
mine
didn't
was
get
more.
to.
I thought mine was a little bit more teasy because I was like, there was dirty things that happened on the floor. You got to stay tuned in to find out.
Yeah, we have a teaser to a teaser.
A teaser to a teaser. It's like an announcement for an announcement.
All right, 10 seconds here. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. It's time for a game to give away tickets for Black Label Society, who are performing at the Rialto Theater in November. This game is called Doing Lines with Lance and Rico. It's a tag team event, so there's double implications here. The first one is, whoever wins on the line, whatever listener wins, gets those tickets for Black Label Society. But whoever their teammate is, either Lance or Rico, will also get a W in the Beef Vegan Presents competitive league. Now, Lance has had a terrible run, and he's the only one with a massive losing record, so he needs
I'm
this
the biggest
W.
loser.
Right.
He's proud.
So let's
I'm
see.
proud of those numbers.
Let's meet Lance's teammate. His name is Pat. Pat, are you there?
I am.
All right.
Let's go, Pat.
Yeah, so Pat and Lance are going to be on the team, and going up against Pat and Lance is Billy. Billy, are you there?
I'm here.
All right, Billy, you're teamed up with Rico.
Yeah, he is.
Nice.
Yeah, all right. So here's how this game works, okay? I'm going to put 60 seconds on the clock, and Lance and Rico both have famous movie quotes. So they're going to do a line from a famous movie, and you have to guess what that movie is, okay? Now, if you don't know what it is, you can pass and go on to the next line, and then hopefully you'll be able to go back to the line that you passed and correctly guess that. In case of a tie, we will do a sudden death round where you guys will buzz in with your name, and I'll give one final quote, and the first person to guess it correctly will win those tickets for Black Label Society. Any questions?
Nope.
All right. So, Billy, I'm going to put you on hold. Pat, you're up first with Lance. Are you ready? Hold on. Okay. That was my sister station because we're in a broom closet here.
Oopsies.
The technology of this this makeshift studio is amazing. All right. So, Pat, you there?
I am.
All right, here we go. 60 seconds on the clock. Lance, begin.
May the force be with you.
Star Wars.
Correct.
There's no place like home.
Repeat.
Repeat.
There's no place like home.
Wizard of Oz.
Correct.
Yes, let's go. I'm king of the world.
Titanic.
Correct.
Yes. My mama always said life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
That's
There we
correct.
go. I'll be back.
Terminator.
Let's
Correct.
go.
All right.
My boy.
You got all five. Pat, this is fantastic. Before the clock ran out, you got all five movie quotes. Excellent job. I'm going to put you on hold and see
The
if Billy can
pressure's
match.
on.
Okay.
Billy's
hold
got
on one
this.
second.
I believe in Billy. He's got this.
All right, Billy, I got bad news and good news for you, okay? The bad news is Pat answered all five lines correctly, okay? But the good news is you could tie him if you guess all five of your movie quotes, okay?
Let's do this.
All right, here we go, Rico. 60 seconds on the clock and begin.
My precious.
Lord of the Rings.
Correct.
Houston, we got a problem.
Apollo 13.
Correct.
There's no crying in baseball.
Pass.
Okay.
E.T. phone home.
That's a dead giveaway.
Yeah,
E.T.
correct.
Leave Billy alone.
Yeah.
You can't handle the truth.
A Few Good Men.
Yes, Billy.
Correct.
All right, one more time. There's no crying in baseball.
It's the one with the girls.
Yeah. Come on, Billy. Come on, Billy.
Got 12 seconds.
You got this, Billy.
Major League.
Nope.
That's not it. Damn it.
You got this, Billy. No panic.
5 seconds. Say the line again, Rico.
There's no crying in baseball.
Oh, no, you ran out of time. The answer we were looking for, Billy, was A League of Their Own.
There it is.
My Tom Hanks impression needs work. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. That means you lost, Billy, and that means, Rico,
Okay,
you
Billy.
got your first loss in the Beef Vegan Presents Competitive League. Sorry, Rico. Good news for Pat. Pat, you just won, my friend. You and Lance. Good job.
Let's go, King.
Yeah,
You
it's
did the thing.
fantastic. You and a friend are going to go see Black Label Society live at the Rialto Theater in November. Stay on hold. I'm going to get all your info, okay?
All right.
All right. And good job, Lance. You got yourself a W, my friend.
Thank you so much. The only thing that I'm kind of bummed about is I broke my losing streak.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
Can't
We
win
got
'em
more
all.
show, including a major podcaster just got COVID. You know who it is, but we're going to break that down next on Beef Vegan Presents.
Rock 102.1 in.
Clear. All right, I'm going to get Billy's info here, and in case you missed it, here's today's Morning Moron. Check it out. Rock 102.1 KFMA. It is now 6:15 and time for your Morning Moron. Are you guys ready for this one? This has got to be probably my favorite Morning Moron so far. And we've done a lot. Every day we do one dumb criminal, and this one takes a cake. Let me get into it. 41-year-old woman named Kimberly Maxwell from Kentucky, Ashland, Kentucky, was at a park along the Ohio River on Friday when she sat down with a random family as they were eating dinner. Okay, that's weird to begin with. Yeah. She appeared to be under the influence. Surprise, surprise. Probably huffing paint or sniffing glue or something. And then she grabbed their 5-year-old son and carried him off and then threw him into the river.
Jeez.
Just randomly threw him into the river. Now, this is crazy, but it gets crazier because she later
It gets
jumped
crazier
into.
than throwing a child into the river, a random child into the river.
Yeah, well, yeah, it gets crazier than that. Well, at least it gets stupider than that. So she jumped into, but not to save him, just to be crazy. She just like, so the 5-year-old's in the river.
I'm a wild card, baby.
Yeah. And then she's like, oh, that looks fun. Look at me. I'm crazy too. Fortunately, a witness sprang into action. They rescued the boy, and that's the good news. So he wasn't hurt. He was just confused.
I'd be pretty confused too if a random lady threw me into a lake.
Absolutely.
What kind of therapy is he going to need after that?
Oh, I know.
Weekly.
Weekly therapy.
Now, it's not over there. It's just beginning because then cops were called, obviously, because this woman grabbed a 5-year-old and just threw him into a river. So when the cops showed up, she was still in the river and she yelled out, "This is international waters. Police can't do anything to me."
Absolutely. She's expressing her rights, although I think she expressed the wrong one. I think she should have pled the 5th.
No, I know. But still, the fact of the matter is they were on the border of Ohio and Kentucky. That is not international. If anything, that's supranational. That's right in the heart.
That's double national.
Yeah. So I wanted to do this. Okay. You heard me just do a Kentucky accent or an impersonation of this lady, and I'll show you on the stream. This is her mugshot. And you guys will be able to see that on the live stream later.
Oh, she looks very Kentucky.
Yeah, she does.
Mm-hmm.
That's a new flag mascot right there.
Sorry, Kentucky, if anybody's listening on the internet.
Yeah, it's fine. She was charged with kidnapping and assault, and she's in jail. No bond has been set, and that's good news. But let's recap it with this. I need you to read that line, both Rico and Lance. I need your best Kimberly impersonation.
Oh,
okay, we'll start off with Lance.
Okay, I'm gonna give this a rip. Okay,
Yeah.
this is international waters. Police cannot do anything to me. Is that too southern?
I don't know. We'll see. Rico?
It needs a little bit more like gusto with like chain
Like a
smoking and
twit.
anger, you know? Like,
Yeah, what do you got?
this is international waters. Police cannot do anything to me.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that's lung cancer right there.
That's pretty good. I'll do one, just to recap it again. This international waters, police can't do anything to me. So I stretch out the me. So that's your morning moron. This is what I need you to do. 600 KFMA, 600-5362. Which one of us nailed it? I want to know. And whoever gets the most votes or a vote at all will win this round in the Beef Vegan Presents Competitive League. So who did the best impression of Kimberly Maxwell? There's your morning moron. We got more Beef Vegan Presents coming up next. Don't go away. Rock 2.1 KFMA, it's Beef Vegan Presents. We're hanging out here with Rico and DJ Lance Fairchild, and Lance is just in California. And Lance Fairchild is a gentleman. He was telling us a story how a girl this weekend suggested, and this is not the only one who suggested this, that he start an OnlyFans page because of his skills in bed. Now, we've heard Lance in the score report, so we know he could put it down. But what happened with him being a gentleman and a good friend at the same time is the reason why I bring this up. So you were hooking up with this girl where? What was this, an after party, Lance?
No, this was at my hotel room, which is a two queen bed, along with my buddies Scott and Colton.
So you had two guys in the room when you started hooking up with this girl.
Yeah, and originally my buddy Scott, he was sleeping on the floor just because it's better for his back.
Yeah,
and he was sleeping next to the bed that I was in with this girl, and he ended up getting up and sleeping over next to Colton. But
okay, so they're both in one bed. They're sleeping, and you're not sleeping. You're with the girl.
I'm not sleeping at all.
Hooking up. And so were they asleep when you were full-blown hooking up with this girl?
Yeah, absolutely. As far as I'm aware, unless if they were fake snoring.
Okay, well, they can fake snore. I've actually been in that situation where my friend was banging in the same room, and I woke up and I knew I was snoring before I woke up because it was my snoring that woke me up. So then I just continued to fake it until I passed out again, where I was just like snoring extra loud, just be like, don't mind me, guys, keep on banging. But you did something very polite for your friends because you didn't want to wake them up, right?
Yeah, of course.
What did you do?
I had sex with her on the bathroom floor.
The gentleman, as always, Mr. DJ Lance Fairchild. So romantic. The bathroom floor. Now, what hotel were you staying at? Was it a major chain? Was it like a Motel 6?
It was a Hampton Inn.
Yeah. Did you check your body for any kind of sores or mold or anything like that? Was it a clean bathroom floor?
I think it was pretty clean, although I think that was kind of the appeal, was that it was dirty and raw and nasty.
Did you guys wear a mask?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. We always use protection in bed.
Cool.
That's good. That's good.
But I guess it wasn't in bed, though, right?
Yeah. Did you lay down a towel?
Yeah. So if you're not familiar, I'm a pretty skinny guy, and my knee was creaking against the floor. It was like,
hold on, baby. Let me take some fish oil pills.
Yeah. I actually. Hopefully they're not listening because I used one of my buddy's t-shirts to give myself some extra knee padding.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Did he wear the shirt the next day?
Oh, I hope not. I wasn't paying attention. I forgot until right now.
Wasn't it painful to be on the floor?
Oh, it was absolutely painful. Pretty soon after moving from the toilet and the sink counter. Yeah. Then we got on the floor, and that was about around the time that we ended.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, to be young and a DJ, man. So, either way, I think you're a good friend and a romantic.
Thank you. Yeah. I appreciate that. They actually told me the next morning, they were like, honestly, we were so passed out that we wouldn't have noticed. Also, if we woke up, we wouldn't care. We'd be proud of you.
That's
Lance.
true. But at the same time,
real good friends.
They are. But at the same time, I would still be offended. I couldn't wake you up. I'm not good enough to wake you up.
I was trying so hard to be quiet, and whenever I was doing some slapping around, I swear that it sounded like thunder.
Yeah.
Okay. Reverberated off the bathtub.
All right, pump the brakes there, Romeo. Coming up next, we got a pit pooper story that I got to share with you. You don't want to miss it. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Back on the stream live here. How you guys doing today?
Back in the stream.
Yeah, that was DJ Lance's love-making story of the weekend.
One of many.
Yeah. I mean, you don't get paid money when you go on these DJ trips, but you get paid another way.
Yeah, and love.
Yeah. It was a fantastic story. So hopefully you're going to Vegas again this weekend, so you come back with a plethora of more stories.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, we'll see if they're the same kind of stories, but I'm very excited. I haven't been to Vegas since I was under the age of 18, let alone now I'm a 23-year-old man. I'm excited to have my first adult experience in Vegas.
Oh, it's going to be fantastic, dude. Where are you staying at?
So the promoter actually is a very, very wealthy gentleman, and he has his own mansion. So I'm going to be staying in his guest house.
Oh, shit.
Yes, sir. I don't know how far away from the strip it is.
You gotta take a bunch of pictures. You're gonna be posting a lot of stuff on the gram.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm going to be uploading photos from Las Vegas this week as soon as I get them from my photographer. I posted some on my story, so if you follow me on Instagram, that's at Lance_Fairchild, or you could just look up Lance Fairchild. I'm sure I'm one of the first that pops up. There's not many of us out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could definitely check out my Instagram and stay up to date with my life.
Yeah. Well, it's always a good follow. I have a good time.
Yeah, I try to leave the sexual
Vicariously.
stories out. Fortunately, a lot of the ladies who I hang out with, they don't have Facebook, so we're good on this end.
Okay, good.
You guys
as far
better
as
not
the
tell
stream.
anybody.
Yeah, and you haven't been promoting the YouTube channel or the Twitch channel.
I promote it, but I just hope I just like keep my fingers crossed. There's been one or two ladies who I talked to who have
Look, no, I understand people don't like it
Tune
when
in.
people kiss and tell, but at the same time, you're a free spirit,
I'm a
free
free-
loving individual.
I'm freelancing here.
I'm a bohemian.
Yeah. So in that way, of course, you're gonna, talk about the love you're experiencing and sharing. You're
Oh, of
sharing your
course.
love with others, and you're appreciative of the love that you get shared in return.
Yeah, of course. Well, and it's not like I'm being like shady about it. Like I'm very like open with the people who I
Yeah.
intermingle with, and we have a lot of communication. We talk about like
Let me
the
ask you
boundaries.
this. Let me interrupt you and ask you this.
Yeah, of course.
Have you ever had sex with two girls in the same day, unbeknownst to those girls? So not at
No.
the same time.
No, that actually I've only had sex with two people in the same day when it was the threesome. And I
Yes.
think we talked about that on
We
like the
did.
second or third episode that we did together.
Right.
So yeah, no, that hasn't
So
happened
that's
to
a
me yet.
hard no.
That's
What
a hard
about you,
no.
Rico?
Negative.
Okay.
I've made out with multiple people in the same night.
Right. Yeah. I guess I'm the only one then.
Oh yeah, we did.
Well, you're
I'm
from
sorry,
New
Beef.
Jersey. It's a normal thing.
It's a dirty Jersey thing.
dirty
Yeah.
Jersey.
Steve, I didn't even ask you.
I was gonna
how you-
ask.
yeah.
Well, the reason why I asked because I was in a situation when I did that, and of course I didn't tell the second girl that I just slept with another girl. A couple hours beforehand.
I hope you use protection.
Well, that's a whole nother thing. That's a long story. That's like people not saying if they got vaccinated or not. That
Yeah.
means they didn't get vaccinated. And that's a segue into this next segment. But same thing with did you wear protection? Be like, I'd rather not say.
Well, I want to like if you hook up with like two girls or a girl, whatever. Nowadays, it's like they demand to see the 72-hour, test.
Yes.
The 72-hour test.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. We're back here live on Beef Vegan Presents. And, Superstar got COVID. Everyone's getting COVID. It's like the latest thing. It's everyone, we had Gene Simmons. All of Kiss. We had Slipknot. They had to cancel. Jonathan Davis. They got COVID. The latest person to get COVID was none other than Joe Rogan. While he was out doing comedy shows, this is what he posted on Instagram yesterday. Check this out.
Saturday night, feeling very weary. I had a headache and I just felt run down. And throughout the night, I got fevers and sweats, and I knew what was going on. I got up in the morning, got tested, and turns out I got COVID.
All right. So this is a big deal. Now, Joe Rogan hasn't said whether or not he got vaccinated, which to me, I'm just assuming he did not get vaccinated. He's kind of taking that stance where, he's not 100% sure of the side effects. And he talks to a lot of people on a regular basis, a lot of different experts, and he's getting a lot of, opinions. And so Joe Rogan's mind is that he's healthy enough with his immune system that he doesn't need to get the vaccine, but he did load up on a ton of medicine. Now, the one thing that made me scratch my head is one medicine in particular he chose to utilize to beat his COVID. Listen to this and see if you can pick up on it.
So we immediately threw the kitchen sink at it. All kinds of meds, monoclonal antibodies, ivermectin, Z-Pak, prednisone, everything. And I also got an NAD drip and a vitamin drip. And I did that 3 days in a row.
See, now that's a lot of medicine, first off.
Mhm.
Right.
I'm surprised he didn't hop into his special bathtub.
Right. And I'm sure he did. The one where he floats
Yeah,
zero gravity.
Yeah, what are those called? Isolation tank.
Isolation chamber.
Yeah. So the thing that stuck out to me is the ivermectin
Uh-huh.
that he decided to use along that. Now, when
Isn't
COVID
that a
first,
basketball player?
no, it's horse dewormer. And the FDA and it's been saying to people, please stop ingesting horse dewormer. Like this is a thing that's going around. This they're saying that horse dewormer will cure your COVID. Now, here's the deal, though. A lot of people have been trying this and they've been dying. It has not cured their COVID. Now, Joe Rogan took a lot of medicine, but the fact that he would throw that in the mix too is very perplexing to me. And I think it sends mixed messages because, again, a lot of medical experts are saying, please don't take horse dewormer. It's a weird thing to say, but they're like, please, let's save it for the horses to deworm. The Z-Pack thing, 100% understand. When COVID first struck, I went to Mexico. I picked up a couple Z-Packs.
That's
I'm
smart.
like, yeah, well, that's because it's pneumonia, right? Like a lot of people, they get pneumonia. Well, what do they treat you? Yeah.
Slap that with a Z-Pack.
Exactly, right? So that's important. But everything else, I mean, again, I know for a fact he had a doctor friend like help administer all those medications.
Oh, yeah.
So real quick, here's the rundown of the medications again.
So we immediately threw the kitchen sink at it. All kinds of meds, monoclonal antibodies, ivermectin, Z-Pack, prednisone, everything.
And the fact that he just kind of squeezed ivermectin in the middle there too. It's like, oof. So people are freaking out about this.
I wonder what other kind of horse drugs he's using in order to fight COVID right now.
You got horse steroids? I don't know. I just feel like it's like, I don't know if you even needed to use that. With everything else that you were using, maybe that's why you're feeling better. And he is feeling better. Here's just the end of that video real quick, letting you know how he felt during this process.
I feel great. I really only had one bad day. Sunday sucked, but Monday was better. Tuesday felt better than Monday, and I feel good. I actually feel pretty good.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like,
I did some DMT and I feel great.
Exactly. So again, it's mixed messages. So I'm glad that Joe Rogan's feeling better. It was only a matter of time. He knows that this virus is serious. He talks to enough experts. But yeah, he's been going on the road, going in packed rooms without any kind of vaccination to protect himself. And it was only a matter of time before he would get the COVID. So I don't know. I mean, we're all like, we're not Joe Rogan haters here. What do you feel about him throwing out the horse dewormer as part of his healing process, Rico?
I really have no opinion one way or the other, except for the fact it is horse dewormer. And it's like when you have that amount of money and fame, it kind of feels like you're going to talk to some alternative people no matter what.
Right.
So it's like one of those things. It's like, well, if it doesn't work, I'm rich enough to have the anti whatever it is I'm taking and I'll be fine.
Yeah. What about the Regeneron, right? That's what the president used to cure his COVID.
Regeneron.
What about hydroxychloroquine? Didn't that work? No, it didn't.
Silver. Yeah. All those things. But yeah, when you throw the words horse dewormer,
like really casually slipped it in too.
It's like I'm holding like a horse,
so
I can take it.
A Z-Pack, horse dewormer.
I know, so brutal.
Dude, vitamin C, that cures. I chew on garlic and eat vitamin C, and I'm good.
Absolutely. But yeah, so unfortunately, I thought we were towards the end of people using horse dewormer.
I've never heard of people using horse dewormer. What are you talking about?
I don't want to try it.
Lance, trust me, it's been in the headlines. People have been doing this for a good month now. And I was hoping that it would go away. But now that Joe Rogan essentially endorsed it and said it cured me of my COVID, buy stock in horse dewormer.
Yeah,
dummies are going to be lining up around the block.
Yeah, people won't trust scientists, but they'll trust Joe Rogan like in anything that he says.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
He's an expert. Any jockey.
Yeah.
I don't care.
FDA, no need for that.
All right. Coming up next, ending relationship on good terms. Should you be friends with your ex on social media? We discuss next on Beef Vegan Presents. Oh yeah, so I forgot.
Discussing that earlier, weren't we, Rico?
Hmm?
Oh, we were discussing that earlier about like being friends with your ex-girlfriends and such.
Yeah,
well, yeah, because of this. Before we BRL on that, that's blower load.
True.
Yeah,
hold it.
Yeah, hold it.
I'll hold it.
Can it?
I'm edging this story.
More teasing.
Yes. So there was an awesome thing we did off the air. So we didn't talk about this on the air. It's a story about this creeper that sent a shit ton of text messages to the girl that DJ Lance hooked up with on the bathroom floor while he was hooking up with her on the bathroom floor.
Yeah, definitely during the bathroom floor and also later in the afternoon as well. These weren't just drunk text messages. These were happening from It was like 2 a.m. to 3 a.m., 4 a.m. to 5 a.m., and then noon to 1.
Yeah, 24 hours.
Brunching hours.
Yeah.
Brunching hours. Whew.
24
He
hours
was
of
heated.
creeperness. So check this out. Yeah, buddy. All right. So Lance is talking to us off air, telling us about this guy in a fedora that went extra creep over the weekend on one of your girlfriends.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah. So what exactly happened? Set this up. Like, where'd this guy come into the picture?
All right. So I'm playing at an after hours club called Blind Tiger. And this gentleman comes up to the girl who I'm planning on bringing back to the hotel with me.
Yeah.
And he gets super creeper on her. He demands her phone number, and he's telling her that he's in the mafia and all this. Although I don't believe that mafioso gangsters wear fedoras. I hate to break it to you, but that's a dead giveaway that he's
Not
lying.
anymore. And the second giveaway is saying that you're in the mafia. People that are in the mafia, they don't say
say
they're in the
they're
mafia.
They just make some allegations, or not allegations. What's the word I'm thinking of?
They allude to it.
They allude,
They allude.
yeah.
Yes.
They allude to it. So anyways, he demanded her phone number, and as I'm dancing with her, he comes up to her and he says, "I hope you're having a good time with your new guy." And she says, "Yeah, I am. I came out from San Diego to see this guy." So anyways, he sends her a novel's worth of text messages, and not drunk texts, may I add. I mean, some of them probably started as drunk texts, but he was texting her up until 1 o'clock in the afternoon the next day.
Oh, wow. Was he on Molly or any kind of drugs? Do you know?
I think this guy is just high on life.
Okay.
So I received from some screenshots of these text messages, and I think that there was some comedy gold.
Yeah. Okay. So what's some of these screenshots? I'm going to pull them up here on our split screen as well, so we could see them while you read along.
Perfect. Perfect.
That's
Okay.
great that you got these. I should block out that number though, but whatever.
Okay, yeah, it's gonna be it's fine. I mean, it's not her number. I mean, if you guys want to send this gentleman some text
That's
messages,
why I should block out the number, because it's his
I'm
number.
like,
But
I don't think you should do that. I don't think you should do that. But just if you see this number
That's
pop
fine.
up, yeah.
all right, read it. What do we
Okay.
got?
So I think the favorite thing about this is that it starts as the worst birthday ever.
Oh, it's his birthday
It's
too?
his birthday. He mentions this several times. He even says in all caps, like, "On my effing birthday, nonetheless." Like,
And this
so
guy
dramatic.
never met this girl before in his life,
Never
right?
before. No, I've known this girl for like a few months now.
Right. You
Yeah.
put in the work.
I put
Yeah.
in the work, and this guy thinks that he should. So
He thought he could just swoop in
He
looking
thought
like
he
Jason
could swoop in.
Mraz and steal your girl away.
well, and especially because I was DJing the after party,
right.
and he even mentions, he says, "I can DJ. It's not that big a deal."
Well, he's not wrong, dude. You know that.
I mean, trust me, like, I know, like, DJing's not that hard. At least it's not for me. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, okay, but like, why aren't you playing then, right?
Right.
Right. Well, and so he also goes on to say, "I'm not ugly inside or outside. I don't claim to be perfect. I am humble as they come. I seek only to be free in this life, and ability to love as well as be loved freely.
Oh, no.
My heart needs not more breakage and
No,
dividing,
shut up.
but to be held and understood." Honestly, if this guy wasn't so creepy, he'd be great at writing novels.
I guess. I mean,
some,
my heart
Noir,
need not
mystery.
break that line down again. My heart need not breakage.
My heart needs not more breakage.
Oh, my
more
God.
breakage.
More
Yeah,
breakage,
oh,
which
yeah.
implies he's already had his heart broken.
No, he's damaged
many,
goods.
many times.
He also proceeded to call her best friend a stupid. I don't think we could say the B word on here.
Yeah, you
we?
can. We're on the street.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. He called her a stupid bitch.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
And he even called her he sarcastically called her a Catholic saint or a Catholic nun, the Catholic mother. That's what he said. The Catholic mother in tie-dye, unable to just have fun instead of freaking us all out, putting stress and victimizing me, making me personally feel like shit for the kind of treatment she was giving me.
Jesus. I mean,
On my effing birthday, no less.
Right.
On my birthday.
Are you seeing this thread, Rico? It's just nonstop with no
Nonstop.
reply whatsoever. And I'm already 3 pages in. So this
You know
is,
what's the best part
Oh
is?
my God.
This isn't even all of it, because he also demanded 2 other girls who she was friends with to give them his phone number. Now, the thing is I would have intervened a lot sooner if I didn't realize that. I was like, okay, this guy's wearing a fedora, but we can't judge a book by its fedora, right?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can.
You sure can. Well, I think that's the lesson of the day here, right?
Yeah. So
you can
how
judge
did
a book
this?
by its fedora?
Did you read the end of the text message thread that you got, or?
Yeah. How did it end?
Okay, so these might be out of order. She ended up blocking him.
Okay,
but
good
it
call.
looks like in the last one it says, "Thanks for killing that part inside of me. Hope the scene and fake lost friends are worth it." Oh, how sad.
Wow. And this is all happening while you were banging this girl.
Yeah. I didn't even think about it like that. Mhm.
But yeah, so
On his birthday.
yeah,
On his birthday, no less.
when she picked herself off the bathroom floor,
Yeah.
dusted herself off, she grabbed her phone and saw 53 missed text messages. Oh my god.
And then
told-
you looked out the window of the bathroom, and there was a fedora sitting right there on the windowsill.
So when she showed these to me, I told her, I was like, you know what? I think you made the wrong choice here, and I think that you may have gone home with the real creeper, which is another thing that he said.
Yeah, that's great. Oh man, that's so
I could have
awesome.
taken you to a Baymont.
I have a Hilton Honors.
Hilton Honors. Oh, I got the birthday disc.
All right, we're back here on the live stream as we're getting ready for our next segment, ending relationships on good terms, staying friends with your ex after a breakup, and 5 things to know about befriending your ex, and doing a rundown on that. And this is something that's close to home for both Rico and myself. I've been in it. You know, I'm friends with a couple.
Yo, what am I, chopped liver?
Are you friends with any of your exes?
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
All of them?
No. Absolutely.
There's exceptions.
Yeah,
Not.
what's the exception? Give me the sad exception story.
The sad exception story
Yeah.
is the sad do you mean the person I'm not friends with, or the
Yeah.
person I am friends with?
The person
no.
you're not friends with.
Oh yeah, I think she's schizophrenic, and
So she's
we had some
smoking hot, is what you're saying.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh man, she looks like a model, but her current boyfriend looks like a Calvin Klein model. She also did have a picture of him shirtless in a room when we were dating, so I shouldn't have been surprised.
Right.
But yeah, we're not friends. We try to be friends, but I don't think that we have similar personality types. I didn't wish her happy birthday this year. I didn't know if it would be weird to, because that's like, I looked at like the last message that I sent her, and it was happy birthday for the last year, and our birthday is like the same month.
Yeah.
So then she told me happy birthday on my birthday, and I was like, oh damn, I'm an asshole. Like, and it wasn't that I didn't want her to have a happy birthday. Anyway, she unfollowed me everywhere after that, and I noticed, so I unfollowed her
The
back.
low block.
Yeah, it seems like an excuse. Like, oh, he's not saying happy birthday to me back. She's
Right.
like fedora guy in a weird contorted way.
Like, you know what?
In a way,
Like,
yeah.
like, I mean, like, I have a lot of love for like all my ex-girlfriends.
Mhm.
Like, I think that
Yeah, you're appreciative of
I'm
them
appreciative
getting
of
naked
them.
with you. And that's something
Yeah,
I'm appreciative
like,
too.
yeah,
Right.
totally. Well, and like, you know, like obviously like having to deal with me, especially as like a 19, 20-year-old man, like
Mhm.
I definitely wasn't the best person to be in a relationship with. So
Yeah.
I'm appreciative of them for teaching me about how to love properly. But at the same time, I don't need to have that friendship with that
Yeah,
person.
and that's true. And that was a different list that I came across, and that pointed out that, yeah, be grateful for your ex for, you know, teaching you how to be in a relationship and get better at sex and things like that. So like one of my craziest exes, who I had to officially cut the cord like 8 months into my relationship now.
Mhm.
You know, just even having any kind of communication, even though she was in a relationship, I do appreciate, besides all the bullshit, all the, you know, trauma and all the negative stuff, there was so many different positives. I got, you know, so much self-esteem from, you know, being in the relationship with her and knowing how to, I mean, she was an nympho, so we had sex all the time, and she looked like a porn star.
Mhm.
And so, I mean, you know, I'm like normal guys. Like I had a bag full of insecurities going into the relationship. I came out of there with a lot less insecurities.
See, that's amazing. Yeah. Well, and that's what I'm saying is, if you go, I don't think that, like, some people are like, I wish I never met my ex, and sure, like if
Right.
they like financially and emotionally ruined you and just gaslit you the whole
Sure.
time. But I always feel like there's a silver lining. Like, we learn these relationships we have. And it would be nice if it was just one and done, but that's just not how life is. We learn and we grow thanks to the people who may or may not be in our life any longer.
Right. All right. Let me interrupt with this. Todd just asked, here's the real money question. Okay. How many exes were you friends with before you became a thing? So, how many girls did you end up becoming
me?
Both of you.
Oh.
Yeah, in a relationship with, how many of you were friends with a girl before you got into a relationship with them?
I'm gonna sorry. I was about to say
there's a few that you do the friend thing, and it evolves, but more times than not, it's kind of like, I like you, you like me. Let's get into it. It's
absolutely.
Because like nowadays, especially, it's like the hypergamy and like the battlefield of it, like being a friend and you're having to like contest with constantly other guys. So it's I don't know. Sometimes it's better just to kind of go in head first.
Oh, absolutely. Because otherwise I feel like it doesn't happen. I mean,
exactly. There's that tension. There's that uncertainty, the communication barriers.
Oh, and trust me, I've had tension with friends before that has not resulted in anything happening. But you just know in your head, in your heart, that it's not going to happen because you didn't act fast enough, or you kind of set the precedent that it wasn't going to happen. Yeah. And that's an awkward conversation to have with a friend, because it's like, oh, like we don't want to ruin our friendship.
Exactly.
Now. Like,
going to spoil it. Or
you're both friends.
20 seconds here. We're going to get on the air and talking about this.
Eric, you're hilarious.
Here we go. That's Screaming Dean. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. 600 KFMA is the phone number. The question is, are you friends with your ex on social media? Is this something that you continue to do? And I asked this question because I know Rico recently went through a breakup, and I think he's currently still friends with his ex. Am I right?
Yeah, it's very vague territory.
You're sending each other memes?
That's what's funny to me. That's what I had a real reflection the other day, and I was thinking to myself, like, you're with somebody for so long, you're each other's rock, you're confidant, and you have sex, you're in love, and this, and the other, and it's either one way or the other. You either cut them off completely, or you're kind of in that like really unsure friendish zone.
And that's the worst.
It's good and bad, and there's so many ways around it. There's so many lessons to be learned, but in my head, it was like my narration was like, you just ripped my heart in two. You destroyed my life. But like you really need to see the spaghetti meme. Like, you need to see this. We need to laugh about it.
Oh yeah, no, totally. Well, and you know what? I just want to comment on the fact that we often connect with people based on positive experiences like that. So like you said, like sex, but also laughing and joking along with each other. Right. And then it's like, who am I supposed to send these specific kinds of memes to?
There's that void.
You're
next
who's
going to appreciate
it? Let me answer the phone real quick. Let's see. Rockwell 2.1. Who's this?
This is Nick.
Hey, Nick. So are you still friends with your ex on social media?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, and do you still communicate with her? Like send her funny memes or heart her pictures or updates?
Sometimes I do, but most of the time I don't. I barely pay attention.
Right.
Ex for a reason.
But they're still there.
Yeah, they're still there.
You're still following them.
Look, in the back of your mind, okay, if your ex like reacts to something you post, in the back of your mind, are you thinking about banging her again whenever she interacts with your social media? Does that memory go back through your head? Nope, not at all.
Yo, I'm calling cap.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's a lie.
Come on now.
I thought about my ex-girlfriend whenever I did the personal deed for 6 months, like pretty much every single time after we broke up, even when we weren't interacting with each other. I mean, that's just me. I don't know about you guys.
That's part of the thing. I mean, do you think that, would you ever go back to this woman? I'm asking you this.
Oh, that's all.
See?
Well, to be totally honest, probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah. Again,
it's got to be a solid no.
There's that small 25% chance.
That's a big percentage.
75% chance is like no.
It's a fallback plan. That's what it is.
That's very honest.
It's essentially a fallback plan.
Exactly.
If all else fails, I'll go back to banging this crazy.
Pretty.
Pretty much. Yeah.
If she sends you like an amazing meme.
Thanks for the call, brother. Appreciate it. I'll give you a quick rundown of the top 5 things to know about befriending your ex. The friendship doesn't work for everything, for everybody, right? So you could try it, but it's different strokes for different folks. A lot of people can't be friends with their ex. I know this for a fact. So you can't force a friendship. That's number 4. So if you try to, you're just a creeper that you wanted to break up with in the first place, right? Number 3, it's a 5-step process. Meaning that you need time to process the breakup, heal before you rush into a friendship, because really rushing into your friendship is trying to save something that didn't work out. Yeah,
I mean, it's kind of like it's a 5-step process whenever you're grieving like a lost one, like somebody who died, for example. And it's kind of like that person died in your life because they're not filling that same role, or they're no longer filling that same role. It feels like they died.
Yeah, my boner died. And it gets resurrected whenever I think she's hooking up with somebody else. No, that's.
I don't know. Some people are into that.
Yeah. Number 2, it depends on how the relationship ended. Now, I don't know. I mean, most of the time, there's not really those conversations where like it's civil adult talk where it's like, hey, I feel like I would love to start seeing other people. Usually it's a blow up, so they don't really end well. Rico, would you say your last relationship ended well, or did it turn out to be a blow up?
Like my entire experience is a whole nother hour.
Yeah,
but, I mean, it's interesting, but it did end toxically. But then there were moments afterwards of amicableness, if you want to say it.
Yeah.
So the communication was definitely there. It wasn't like the typical relation, like F you too, I'm out, see you later. And then you never see each other again.
That's
it was
kind
like
of
that.
better.
I think it's almost worse.
Kind of is in a sense. It's like, you do have that closure. Like, I never want to see you again. That's one thing. But if it's a blow up, and then the next day you have waffles together and coffee and cry together, and you're like, I don't know what this is.
Yeah, that's not healthy.
Yeah. And the number one thing you need to know about befriending your ex is you need to spend time not being friends first.
Yes. Okay. So Beef, me and my ex-girlfriend, we're friends now, and I'm very glad for it because we started off as friends, but we didn't stop talking for 6 months after we broke up.
You did stop talking for 6 months.
We did not. We did not at first. And we had to take another 6 months where we weren't talking because it was super awkward. We were both hooking up with people. We were openly communicating about that, but it got really weird, and we just needed to take a break. We needed to take a break. We'll pause, and now we're better off for it. Now we talk all the time, and we're fine, and we don't have any.
And I love it. And honestly, some of my best friends are women that I dated, because who's a better friend than someone who's willing to get naked with you? I mean, that's something that even like my buddies have never done. My buddies have never done things that some of these girls have done, and I appreciate it. No, Lance.
I just need a girl that wants to do horse dewormer with me. That's the kind of gal I need.
That sounds like a fun Saturday night.
Right?
We're going to continue this on the stream, but we got more on the way with Justin Spears talking about the NFL season and another one with Drum. That's all coming up in the next hour on Beef Vegan Presents. Go nowhere. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. All right, so yes, and then so my ex situation, it was weird because it was like we're best friends. She tried to hold on to that while still dating other people.
Yeah, you can't do that.
That's poison.
Yeah, and then the most recent interaction I had with her was a few months ago, actually, where she calls up and she's in a bad place. She's stressing, she's upset, and everything, but she's still in a relationship. She has a live-in boyfriend,
right?
And I'm like, well, is everything good in your relationship? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, why aren't you like talking with him? That's your partner,
right?
Like, I'm in a relationship right now. I can't fucking help you.
Oh, that's happened to me before. And you know what? Or another thing that could be really, really stressful is whenever you don't set those boundaries and they try to vent about their new person with you. They're like,
not your safety blanket.
Yeah, like my new boyfriend did this and blah 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 blah.
Well, you made your choice.
Yeah, exactly. You made your choice.
Yeah, so but that was the last blow up, and she was all pissed off about that, and then I'm blocked, and she's blocked, and it's good, and it's good riddance, It was time to pull that Band-Aid anyways.
It is. It's tough because after that, those certain relationships where you truly, undoubtedly love each other enough to kind of care about them, so you are concerned about their life, but you realize you have a certain level of self-respect
It's
and
called
boundaries
boundaries.
you have to have
Mhm.
about it. And that's what I'm learning now. It's kind of it's interesting situation because it's so difficult to kind of traverse those initial.
It's also
breaks.
fresh enough that
Right.
you're still learning those that process. And a lot of people, they just they repeat this cycle over and over and over again. It's almost like a little psychopathic, like to me, to be like, okay, like point being though, sorry.
No,
you lost your.
I ADHD. Yeah,
that's okay.
Sorry, boys.
Let's switch gears because I do have to get ready for the new stream.
Yeah, totally.
So we're gonna play this
Sorry,
clip
chat.
called "Pit Pooper," and then say goodbye to Lance and Rico because we're gonna reset and get Drum and Justin Spears in. Woo! And we'll start the live stream on the Rock 102.1 Facebook page here at 9:00. So it's a brand new live stream. It'll still be on YouTube. I'll post that on YouTube and Twitch as well. But we're going to reset and do hour 2 of the live stream at 9. Till then, enjoy this segment from earlier that we call the Pit Pooper. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. It's now time for Beef Vegans 101. These are tips and tricks for going back to concerts because it's concert season again. There are a lot of live shows. Of course, shows are being postponed as well, but people are braving the pandemic, going out vaccinated and enjoying some live music. So I'm just going to give you one rule today. Rule number 1 when going to a live concert, never poop in the pit. Yes. And there's a reason why I have to say this rule. You're probably saying to yourself, why would you tell me never poop in the pit? Nobody poops in the pit.
Nobody.
I got an example. This just happened in Santa Cruz, California. Now, I've been to Santa Cruz many times. It's have you ever seen the movie Lost Boys?
Yes.
Yes, it's an iconic film, but it's a very weird town. Strange is in the air. You get weirder just being in Santa Cruz. I love it. It's beautiful, but I'm telling you, there's an electricity there, something in the fog that brings the freak out. So this happened at a turnstile show.
Of course it was at a turnstile show.
Yeah?
You could have told me that they pooped in the pit and I would have been surprised if it was any other band but Turnstile.
Yeah.
You should have opened up with that.
Well, it's called a tease, Lance. So yeah, it all happened at a turnstile show. The pit was in full effect, and somehow, some way, somebody emptied their bowels in the pit. Now we know this for a fact because when you're moshing around a pit, feet go everywhere. A lot of people started stepping in it, and then one of those people who stepped in it jumped up on the stage and then stage dived. But when they jumped up on the stage, then they inadvertently brought up the fecal matter with them. So then Turnstile's like, oh, what is this, man? They couldn't help but smell it because it's human poo. Super gross. And, they had to stop the show to give this very same PSA I'm giving you today.
They stopped the show.
They paused the show.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they didn't cancel. They didn't say we're walking off or nothing. They just said, hey, guys, before we continue with our next song, please stop pooping in the pit. I know this is Santa Cruz. I know we like to do things differently here in Santa Cruz, but do not break rule number 1. And rule number 2 is never even think about breaking rule number 1. Mm-hmm. And of course, the subtext, don't go number 2 and number 1. I don't know. Okay, so I lost myself there. So yeah, so Beef Vegan 101, never go poo in the pit. Let that be a lesson. And next time you go moshing, always look down and look around because you never know what you're going to step in.